really wild, really fun film.
And that's a breakthrough category, isn't it?
Outstanding debut, yes, yeah. So I mean, they'll be here pretty soon. I know, try and get them in as early as possible.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Amazing. Okay, thank you. No, exactly, of course. I'll keep an eye.
Thank you. See you later. Hi, if I am Chris Bowers, composer for The Wild Robot. Yeah? Okay. Hi, nice to meet you, Courtney. Nice to meet you. Chris Bowers from The Wild Robot. No.
Very, very fun. And the fact you've mashed it with like the little it's coordinated. It's like you know what you're doing. Like this isn't your first rodeo.
I have stood here being cold many years in a row. How are you?
I haven't learned your lesson because I'm so cold. And I really should have planned more in advance of that. But you know what?
I'm wearing
Oh.
what I needed was
Like leggings on the base.
the last 2 years it's been really hot in the leggings.
But you're still, are you feeling, okay.
Yeah, I'm regretting that.
Listen, it's...
The last couple of years, it's been really hot.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. You look really hot. You need like a good party.
Yeah, I feel like I'm like when you're going to match on the carpet, like this isn't professional. I mean, like finding some like concealer or something just to like give it a bit of a dab. It's so bad. Oh, you're my people. I'm with Adam Pearson today.
Oh yeah, okay,
he's with
cool.
a different man.
Yeah,
he's
yeah,
also presenting with Coleman Domingo. So if you want, I could bring him over. That also
yeah.
good. Yeah, perfect. We've got AP Reuters.
Yeah.
Fun
Lots of
fact.
He sounds amazing. It's very funny.
Such a great work.
Yeah.
Oh my god, yeah. In my old job, I used to work with the finance person at Reuters. Like tech.
Yeah. Tiny boy.
Amazing. Well, he wants to talk to us. That is the big
All the
question.
guys, my love.
We will, exactly.
I think they'll do as much as we
Please don't be doing that all the time because you're going to set me off. Really early morning. Was it just such Can you close it?
Do you know what he's got? So he's presenting he's obviously also with the Wild Robot. And then I think he's got a film coming out, Studio Canal soon actually. Life of Chuck. So there's a few.
No, that's alright.
A lot going on. You try and look up anything about him and it just says anything. I need to say about Star Wars and nothing else. All right. Well, we'll come to you if we can. Brilliant. It's always weird when you guys don't know each other.
Yeah, I don't
Something to do. Yeah, international bank.
Hello, this is Reuters. We're live at the BAFTA red carpet, year 2025. Calm before the storm.
Well, no, they're just doing the kind of chat to themselves, and then I'll do the interviews and carry on chatting. So, yeah. Interviews is a kind word. It's covered up in You really feel what's that like? Do you make up all your own lines? Do you think anyone familiar with Paris will stop? But they just know that everyone has to ask them.
Christina from Tapestry. How are you doing? Nice to see you. Lovely. You know what? I didn't even think. I just thought it's really sunny here. Sorry, I'm on an interview with Bill Potter.
If we're passing, if you're free. No, I didn't think so. You should be here like 2:30. Yeah. Okay, perfect. Thank you. See you later.
One bad thing about this suit, I really wish I had got Thank you. Just to put my hand in your pocket because I'm cold. That's really nice. This is I love the bow. I love it. Sorry, that's all. Yeah, I know. How are you? You've been workshopping this? There's so many faces. There's so many people. Who do I think is early? I don't think it's anyone. I think it's someone new. Yeah. Let's go from the back. Please tell me you've got a coat. You're out here longer than me. I have. I just put it back on. I've only just come down. We're going to come in this way. Right, we're going to bring Sarah and Jane. Is Barbara Broccoli? Yeah. Not for us. She's not a car gang. Right. Whether she is with the studio. She's very nice. Okay, I don't know. She's a VP, but they don't know. We've just on this bit, we do the studio with the chair. Yeah. Chair, so we don't ask them So, I don't know. So, yeah, it will depend on the studio. Right, I'm going to get these ladies around this way then. Alright.
with the film? Oh no, I mean in general.
I'm offering the ear Also, she's so she's so over my shit. She'll just be like, what stupid idea have you got now? I'll be like, wow, seen it on
Somebody else here, then obviously.
Would we be interested? Okay, amazing. Baja. Yeah? Okay,
Hello again. Let's take a minute and open.
Yes?
Thank you very much. I'm re-wearing, because we're Sustainable Awards, I'm re-wearing a vintage Westwood dress.
Really want to see it. Well, being that box.
This is the question as a patron and a fan of your feed in general. It's exceptional. Am I going to remember them right now? Well, actually, the man in the white suit, this lady, one of my favourites, really genuinely.
I need to know this stuff.
Because it's directed by Alexander
Okay, you can get a password this lady.
It helped me a huge amount. So he was an Ealing comedy guy. The Man in the White Suit, if you haven't seen it, is a masterclass in comedy and thrillers and sort of structure. Then there is also Point Break. Big alone. To have my with the gender diversity in there with my female directors. I even have the phone case of the Point Break kind of scene by scene colours. I'm that nerdy. And that's the directing is that's just lived rent-free in my head since I saw it a few years ago. I mean, ET is one of my favourite. I'm just going to land ET in there and information because ET is actually really
Oh, hello, I'm very well. How are you?
feel free to take it. I've done so much. So it's only because I like to take when I was I kept it. So yes, Annie got left over. That's what's on there for any job. There's too many amazing people here, so let's get us AET. All our people are in cars. We're like, fuck it, talk to the press. Go away. Oh, you are okay. Can we watch again? It's giving us lots and lots of I love bringing over. Yeah, we know it. It was really kind of, we get it. It made its way through. What do you think its secret is?
I think its secret is it's a thriller. And
Giving them the car phone number.
it's not a message to me. It's not.
Kelly, to your left, please. Kelly. Kelly, just left. Kelly, to your left. And Kelly, next part as you walk. And walk. Yep. And walk. Beautiful, great. Kelly, to the top, please. Kelly. Okay, Kelly, start this way. Kelly, start to your left. Kelly, back to the top. Kelly, start here, please. Kelly, smile to your left, please. Kelly, Kelly, listen up. Over the shoulder if you want.
He was actually he's on Patrick Melrose. He's a guy from Conclave and he was all over the map promoting All-Fight. He kept traveling.
Oh, do I? Yeah, I'm sorry.
He's tireless.
Sure. I'm Michael Jackman, producer of Conclave.
Congratulations. And then you are leading the way. The fastest. How does that feel to be? It's embarrassing.
So exciting. I mean, 12 nominations, a lot of nominations. And what I love about it is it sort of touches all the crafts and talent and skills that were needed to make this movie what it is. And so I love that recognition for all of our people, costume and production design and cinematography and editing. I mean, just wonderful. And of course the acting.
I mean, we're here in the UK. We will see. This could be the night for Rafe to pick up.
I hope so.
Actor.
I would love that.
Yeah, when you were making this, did you kind of know that you were onto something pretty special?
You know, yes. You never know, though, whether it's going to strike a chord with the public, either commercially or artistically. You just don't know, no matter how great the ingredients. But we had the original book by Robert Harris, then we had a phenomenal screenplay by Peter Strawn, who had done Tinker Tailor Soldier Spy. Then you have Ray Fiennes and Edward Berger, and then the rest of our cast, and Rome, and we're building the Sistine Chapel, and so you have these phenomenal ingredients, but it's a little bit of a miracle to make a movie, and then for people to really embrace it is another little miracle. And so you hope, and you feel like it's all possible.
Last year, definitely. I have a little bit of a question for you related to just thinking of the fire that's gone on in Los Angeles.
Yeah.
Do you do much filming in LA?
Haven't done much filming in LA recently, but there certainly is lots of filming in LA, and it's you know, we were in Los Angeles for the Golden Globes that Sunday. The fire started Monday, and it was very scary for everybody. And also with the tremendous winds, it's like, okay, what's going to stop this from just, you know, being devastating all throughout LA? And it was so devastating to the areas that were hit. Family, I mean, we have friends who, you know, lost homes, and awful. I mean, they're doing an amazing job of rebuild, of planning to rebuild, of raising money and helping people, but it's a lot of lives ruined.
And in terms of, I'm sorry, particularly I had friends and colleagues too, but in terms of more productions being made in LA and making sure that still happens, what are you kind of doing? Is there something in your mind? Are you doing?
Well, I think ultimately the state of California is helping with that. In general, this stuff turns on a dime, right? Where you shoot a movie is so much about, you know, the money you have to shoot the movie. So we look all over the world, honestly, to shoot for where there's tax credits or funding or less expensive places that you could shoot. And then California has a tax credit, and they're just increasing their tax credit, and they're adding money to it, and those things really help. Plus, you know, it is nice to stay home. I live in New York, but it's nice for many people, for LA-based producers and actors and directors, to stay home once in a while. So those types.
She's in the Brutalist.
The sense of elation was huge.
I have the conclave composer later if you're interested. No, I'll make sure there's no one around.
The kids use, and it's a lot more. It was more of a language. Quite impressive, but it was really fun.
Hello. Do you want to talk to Gwendolyn Christie? No, she's a presenter.
Hi, I'm Sarah from Good, how are you?
Yeah, really good, thank you. Congratulations, what an amazing film to be part of and to be here during your season. How have you found this kind of side of things?
It's really exciting. We work really hard to make films, you know, that are independent, that are of this scope, and it's just really fantastic to be recognized and to be doing it with some of my best friends that I've known for 10 years, and it's just that feeling of real joy, and I'm way more relaxed than I think I should be, but
you should definitely,
but you know, it is a real celebration. Exactly.
Yeah, definitely, and you know, just incredible artwork.
I know.
Getting people to talk about and think about your projects. What do you think you learned from working alongside, you know, Agent Radio, Guy Pearce, and people like that?
You know what? They were so incredible. I think their kindness and their dedication to the film was really inspiring, and it's a reminder that you can be kind and you can be great at your job. I think there's this sort of myth around tyranny being productive, but I think the opposite is true.
A quick question, thinking about the fires that happened in Los Angeles. How important is it to keep productions being made?
So important. I was in LA at the time when it happened, and it was really devastating. I think it's such a strong community of filmmakers there that most people who live there work within the film industry. So to keep them going, to make sure that they can rebuild their lives means that they also need to work, and I think that sense of making sure they are supported and surrounded is
what I like best about the BAFTAs is that it is a celebration of outfit, and why was this the right thing to wear? So important.
This is Louis Vuitton by Nicolas Guesquière, and it was very, it was sort of the perfect dress for my character and I to meet in the middle of it. She's very glamorous, she likes an occasion, and so I thought, well, this feels not too shabby.
What I also love about BAFTA is that it has so many great charitable organisations and outreach programs, and this is about nurturing the
Nice to see you.
And your career.
Hi.
This is an exciting
Whoa, isn't it?
Yes.
It's a little chilly.
For anybody, we're live streaming at the moment as well. For anybody who's looking forward to tonight's show.
Excellent.
Welcome.
They can look forward to an evening that nobody can call, I think. You know, some years it feels like there's one or two big hitters that have kind of pulled out ahead. This year, I think, of the 42 nominated films, every single one of them could be a winner, and that's what makes it exciting, I think.
Exciting too, maybe that we have some musicals.
Yeah, horror. 3 horror films, and, you know, animation and comedies, and yes, and those huge, big societal sort of epic commentary pieces like Brutalist, and then very, very intimate portraits like Hard Truths. So, real variety.
It's such a mix, isn't it? Definitely. And of course, because we're here in the UK, we've got the best British films as well.
It might do. I was hypnotised, so I couldn't remember being
the biggest surprise, perhaps, or to kind of like come through. I just wanted to talk a little bit about that category and that movie.
I think it's really important for us to have Best British Film. It kind of widens the range of films that we're able to honour and also encourage people to go and watch. And it's great to see the variety in that. You know, again, you've got Kneecap, you've got Outrun, you've got Bird, the Andrea Arnold film. There's such a variety in there, and it maybe, hopefully, gets people into those cinemas, you know, onto the streaming services or wherever, and watching those films.
Yeah, definitely. And finally, we talked about it before actually, but of course the fires that happened over our friends, our colleagues in America, and I think what will there be tonight, maybe?
Yes, a little bit, yes. I'm a pianist,
we would want to say that we are, we stand with our colleagues and our friends, many of whom are BAFTA members in LA, and we stand in awe at their resilience as they begin to rebuild. And most importantly, we're also very grateful for those from the California community who have been able to come and join us tonight, and we really and truly welcome them.
Well, I mean, the most
thank you guys.
Thank director that loves music.
Great fuel for that, right? To remind oneself how lucky we all are to be here to celebrate art. You're like, I'm going home. Can I go? So, really transcendent from our circumstances. And that joy into understanding other people's experiences, life experiences. It just had its own round of very
Tell me, what can we expect from you coming up in 2025? Wednesday season 2 coming soon.
It seems like a lot of people would like it. So I might film myself on my iPhone.
Yes, well, we are working already on the next one.
What is the next one?
Well, the next one is called The Ballad of the Small Player. And
Well, thank you very much, Tom. Congratulations and enjoy yourself.
Thank you so much. Thank
Stay warm.
Can I bring forward? Thank you. Hi.
Hi, how are you doing?
I'm good.
Hello, I'm Sarah from Reuters. Lovely to meet you.
Okay, nice meeting you.
Yeah, we're out live. I just wondered if you could just introduce yourself for our people who are watching
Yes.
our live stream.
Well, I'm Volker Bertelmann. I'm the composer of Conclave.
composer of Conclave. Congratulations. This is the film that leads the way here at the BAFTA. That's exciting.
Yes.
Are you enjoying this award season journey?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's always fantastic when you are, you know, acknowledged and when you have a long journey with colleagues, with your, you know, with the people from your film, but also with other composers, which is also wonderful because you hardly meet other musicians and other people from your craft. And so it's an enjoyable process. It's very tiring sometimes because you have to travel a lot, you know. But at the same time, I love it.
And doing a movie like this, a thriller, a fast-paced thriller, it's quite different from Edward's previous movie. I mean, you know, we were artists, we want to do different things.
Yeah.
What are the challenges of creating a score for something that is actually quite fast-paced?
Well, I think it is not only a thriller. It has it needs in a way also the sensitivity of, you know, making space for questions about the world, about you know, questions about belief, for example, and if you overpower that with thriller music, then it becomes very quickly, you know, the dynamic range is not is maybe sometimes too big. So you have to find a sensitive way of propulsing elements that are propelling in a way, or you know, creating tension. And that was maybe the most difficult thing, to create these moments where you feel like something in your stomach, and you feel uncertainty in a way, you know.
So true, yeah, I thought that too. I thought those things. Listen, I've got a bit of an off-topic question. We also are doing a fashion story.
I felt I wanted to, you know, because I'm a musician and I'm wearing normally when I'm on stage, I'm having a lot of, let's say, more casual clothes that are a little bit in a different shape. And I had always a very traditional tuxedo, but I never felt very happy with it. So I was looking for something for men, which is not so easy.
You feel good in. Good for you.
Thank you so much.
Enjoy your night.
Thank you
so much.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you.
Choosing the right red carpet outfit is important. Why have you chosen to wear what it is you're wearing today?
Maybe not
that is an awfully good question. I found what I thought would look nice. I am not good at we in animation, well, I'm not going to speak for Jeff. Me in animation, we are people who don't like to be out in public. That's why we do what we do. That's why I draw and I don't act. So I hide myself away. So this is unusual. Yeah, so we do our best. I do my best to look nice, and hopefully it works.
Listen, congratulations. Wild Robot, amazing. Up for best animation. This whole award season journey that you're on, how's it been?
You know, I keep describing it as it feels somewhat out of body. It all feels very surreal and overwhelming, but in a very positive way. But it just it's incredible. And again, to Chris's point, we're used to kind of just being off on our own, doing our thing, making our movies for 3 years at a clip, and so getting to do something like this is not something that we get to frequently do. And when it happens, it's very, very exciting, but also kind of it's big. It's big for us.
What are you animators? Is it competitive, or are you looking forward to chatting to your other fellow animators who are here tonight?
Oh my gosh, you know what? It's a big family. We don't all stay at the same studio. We bounce around and go from studio to studio as well. So they are all our friends, and everything that they are doing, we encourage and we are interested in, and we learn from each other.
Like everybody like discovers things and finds new ways of doing things, and we inspire each other.
And their success is our success. Everyone's breakthroughs kind of help all of us collectively move forward. So we are always rooting for each other.
Where I should maybe start. And I learned that more and more. That's, I think,
production. Do you think there's enough production still being made?
I think it's a complicated issue, right? And I think a lot of the issues pertain to budgets and finances and affordability and that kind of thing.
Okay, I just wonder if you had a take also in terms of like thinking about having more production in Los Angeles or making it more affordable or whatever. Is that something that's important?
Well, I'm not the producer, so I don't know the answer is as good as he does. I think there's a lot of animation in Los Angeles, and so having enough to keep everybody there busy would be ideal. We are really well adapted to doing things remotely. Some of our development artists were in France, and some of our story artists were in San Francisco and Santa Barbara and places like that. So it's the nature of it means we can work with artists if they are remote. So it's a little bit of both, but I think that having Los Angeles be a robust place for animation always, I think, would be the goal for sure.
Guys, thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you.
So I'm really, really pleased that we've got this category. Families seeing stuff together is so important. Those bonding experiences. I don't even know where to begin talking about that.
And Michael, how important is it for you to see your story created like this and recognised?
It is, because it happens to be a really great film. I've got plenty of films in here. They're not great films. So to stand on the red carpet like this and say what I really mean, which is this film touches hearts and minds in a very, very
Jeff, to the left, please. Right, guys, this side. Jeff, straight ahead. To your left, please, Jeff. And to your left, please. Top left. Good. Straight ahead, please. Straight ahead. Jeff, solo. To your left, please, Jeff. And Jeff, to your left, please. Top left. Jeff, straight ahead. One minute, that's a shake. And Jeff, to your left. Jeff, to your left, please. Jeff, to your left. Jeff, I see the eye. Jeff, we use plan. We see the eye. Jeff, to your left. Jeff, to your left.
It shows that it's appreciated by people who know film, and that's really, really important. For me, it's just another
I've already met Mustard and Tim from Wild Robots.
Oh, nice. Oh, Chris and Jeff, yeah.
Yeah, and they've got amazing shoes.
Oh, yes. Oh, really? Oh, yeah, especially Chris. Chris always has really fun shoes on. Yeah.
But I'm like...
My shoes are a little more basic, you know?
Yeah.
To the left. Just down the bottom of you. And right here.
Congratulations, great animation and a really great category to be part of. I just wonder if you could speak to that a little bit. It's the first time we've had that.
Yeah, it's wonderful that BAFTA have got a category for family and children film. It's such an important part of the industry, and it so gets left out at award ceremonies. So fantastic to put that front and centre, especially now after what children have been through these last few years with the pandemic and all that stuff. And so let's celebrate this. So what a thrill to be one of the first nominees.
Totally. And could you just tell us a little bit about the theme of this animation and why?
Yeah,
why you
good laughs and like there's just so much love in our group. It feels like this familiar.
There are many themes running through it, but the two main ones, I suppose, is I've been working with lots of other people on a project all my life, which introduces young people to the countryside, to nature, because I believe the connection with nature is so important to them in all sorts of ways, whether it's their mental well-being or whether it's their understanding of the world about them and the conservation of the world. This film connects a young person to that story. It's about a young boy, an urban boy who doesn't really give much about that, meets a man on an island who is living in the middle of a paradise, and the child is introduced to this, taken by the hand and guided through, and by the time you finish the story, he's part of it, and that's what we want all our children to feel, part of the world about them. So there's that. The other thing which is so important, just
and to your top left, please. And back to your left, please. Brendan, look it up. And to your top left. Over the shoulder, Brendan. Over the shoulder.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Stacey, over your shoulder. Stacey, over your shoulder, please. And then to your left, please. Top left, please, right. funny. I think more recent, but Chuck pretty amazing. That or Breaking Bad.
Good.
Appreciate that.
How's your anxiety?
Still bad.
What I'm doing here.
They've never been on one of these red carpets with me, so they're having a great time, and yeah, it feels like a fun celebration.
Yeah, definitely. And tell me about like the importance of a BAFTA nomination.
It means so much because I feel like the quality of what's celebrated at this awards is so high, and it's something that I've always, had so much respect for anybody that's nominated in these spaces, especially in my category. And so to be nominated as a composer for the BAFTA it means a lot.
Tell me about your incredible outfits. I think when it comes to what to wear to the BAFTAs, how do you decide?
I had help. My stylist Wendy Nicole picked this out for me, so they're amazing, and it's Xenia, and it's always fun for them to help me figure out what to wear. And we always try to find some way with the Wild Robot to include something kind of natural. So I have these cufflinks that are these little floral moments, and every piece I've been wearing has some sort of like floral element. So yeah, I always find it fun to have something interesting like architecturally and all that, just to be able to have some sort of expression with what I'm wearing. Yes, yeah, of course.
What is special about these?
It's mainly the floral aspect. I feel like every outfit I've worn to a red carpet so far has had some sort of natural comment on flowers or the environment or nature, just because the Wild Robot has so much of that in the film.
Amazing. Yeah. Look, enjoy. I hope you guys have a great time.
Thank you so much. Nice to meet you.
Lost in Translation had a huge impact on me. The Breakfast Club had a big impact on me. Clueless. And I also really love Hunger and Shame by Steve McQueen. So that's a few. More than 4. Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
Guys, thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Hi, ladies. It's really nice to meet you both. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Yes. Incredibly important.
Thank you.
Being up for a BAFTA in the documentary category. Just tell me how important that is.
It's so incredibly important because so many of my favorite films growing up wanting to be a documentary filmmaker, so many of my important films were nominated and haven't made it BAFTA. So to be here with our first film after 10 years of making it is truly a dream come true. It just means everything. Such a global community, right, supporting this film. So that means a lot.
10 years, congratulations. That's so impressive. Absolutely. I mean, what I'm going to preserve.
I'll do it for real at some point in some project, or I hope to.
Yes. So many well-rounded themes in this film, but specifically the visitation practices that happen that continue to harm our families. Is that a visibility, hopefully, will make people think about how we're voting, what we should vote for, and what we should no longer stand for when it comes to making sure that we strengthen and connect our families. Because this should not be something that children specifically should not have the right to hug their families, touch them, and continue to have parents parent from the inside. And I believe too that the visibility around our impact campaign would allow us to be able to make those changes and to continue to expand our program that we do. Just because it's in Virginia doesn't mean that it can't be everywhere. And so we're really excited that the film is allowing people to think differently, really outside of their box.
Yes, it's an amazing film.
Thank you.
A quick question, we're thinking about the fires that happened in Los Angeles and just reflecting on the films that are made there. Is it important to you as filmmakers to make sure that it's production in Los Angeles?
Yeah, I mean, like now when we can choose like where to go, I think that a lot of people should be thinking about shooting in the States, what we can do in LA. There's just so many friends of mine have just been sitting and not being able to work. The last 2 years has been really hard, and now with the fires, of course, it's nice that this conversation started to bring things back home and do what we can to support each other.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you.
And he does a great job getting people to theaters, and that's miraculous for me. I get to kind of like
right beside me.
let him do that. Yeah, I just stand in a dress and smile. It is such a beautiful film. Thank you very much. Lovely meeting you.
Yes, I'm Angela. Yes, Dorcas. How are you? I hope you're feeling.
Hi, good. How are you?
Visibility. You know, now more eyes are on an issue that needs to be solved. That has been long overdue. So if I just answer, I'm really excited.
Hello, how are you doing? I'm Sarah from Reuters.
Hi Sarah, nice to meet you.
Here we are on BAFTA afternoon. Tell me what it means.
I know, I don't even know what time of day it is.
I know, I keep saying good evening, and I'm like,
morning?
How does it mean to get a BAFTA nomination? Why is that significant?
I mean, our film, I'm so incredibly proud of our film. I think everyone was just through the roof with excitement when we were nominated. And I'm so excited for Timothy and Ed. Their nominations are so well deserved. And as is Ariane's and Yessie, our casting director. I'm so proud of everyone who worked on this film.
Just thinking about the variety of films this year, there are a few music videos. I mean, this isn't, your film isn't a musical, but it is about music.
Yeah.
I think that's maybe a bit of a scene change.
Yeah, it was their idea, and I just wanted to be that person to support.
Yeah, well, I mean, I think it's such an exciting moment for women in film. I think those categories this year have been incredibly competitive and deservedly so. And I think it's also just really wonderful that so many of those performances also had a music component to them. I was talking with Ariana and Zoe the other night as part of a Q&A thing, and we were all just like speaking in admiration of each other and all the work that we all did with, singing and some of us dancing or playing instruments, and I think it's just a wonderful year for everyone to have exhibited all that they can do and learn to do new things.
Yeah, definitely. And we were big fan of the rules. It's a bit of a sort of education in terms of the female talent that are in it too.
Yeah, I mean, I knew his songs, I knew Joan's songs as well, but I wasn't a dedicated fan by any stretch, and this film was an education in all of what they did, not just musically, but in terms of their activism, and particularly Joan's. I mean, she has had an incredibly full life of just doing so many important things in the world, and so it was just an honor to learn about her and take on this role.
And you look incredible. I'm asking everyone, male, female, in terms of choosing your BAFTA outfit.
Yeah.
Why is this the right one? How difficult is that to decide what's right?
Oh, it's so difficult. Every award show is like a whole journey in decision making. But I love the team at Armani, and I saw these on the carpet, and my stylist and I were sending each other screenshots, and then within a matter of days, this was in my room for me to try on, and I kind of couldn't believe it. It's a beautiful couture dress, and beautiful Bulgari jewelry, and I mean, everyone's been very supportive of me in wearing that. So
like in the Netflix,
but
no,
it feels good.
The 4-3 are
Thank you. Nice meeting you. If you told me it was the middle of the night, I'd believe you. Thank you.
Resonate, because it really is about family connection at its core, and also the power of like young girls and their imagination there. Touch meditation is so important in children, and there's the impact that the moms and the kids are going through at home. So I think it's very much a global issue, and hopefully a lot of people can, after the bathroom especially, know about the film and it can serve impact all over.
My next one, I just said it in another interview, but Goodbye Lenin. I absolutely love that movie. You learn a lot historically, and also it's like romantic and fun and heart-wrenching and beautiful. Shaun of the Dead. So good. These are all just like...
Behind me when you said
I'm Kandari. I directed Sister Midnight, which is up for British debut.
Oh, no. Don't worry about it. I am Sister Midnight.
In the flesh.
I mean, this is a great category. I don't have the time to obsessively rewatch anything right now. I'm just constantly watching.
I mean, it feels a little unreal, but it's a great feeling it took 10 years to get this made, so it's a nice flag post on the journey to see it getting accepted and
I remember I obsessively watched Finding Nemo for a while. And it is a good feel good rewatch.
I can be actually not that charade. Why was that important to tell a story?
Yes, the film is set in India. Both are originally from India, but I don't think the film is Indian. I think the film is very universal.
I actually have like a list,
it's
and it
about
started with
outlaws,
watching
really.
people
I think
films.
we're all
I
outlaws.
started with a list, and then it got so
I think it's very important to
just of my favorite movies.
accept yourself as an outlaw, which is why I think the film is important.
Yeah, but I haven't even done it yet. I haven't on my list of like, but I just have a notes list of like songs and films. What I know and just screenshot that.
That's a big question. I hope it, when it cuts to black and it gets to the end, I hope people can get the same amount of, the sense I get from listening to like a Ramones song, where I felt less alone in the world. There's like some of the weirdos out there like me. So hopefully the film can impart something similar to
That's so true. It does though. When you see yourself on the screen, or when you when I was young, I really love
art's a two-way mirror. So
on a lighter note, actors can I ask why you decided on the outfit you've got on? Is it a hard decision? I'm asking, what are you wearing? And
I think I tend to sort of function like I'm living in another time, and I kind of wish I was making films in the 70s. So that's what answers that.
Can I ask about what you're wearing and what characters on screen and their
my beautiful stylist, Rosie, she's chosen. I've just delivered a baby a month ago, so I have a baby brain. Don't ask me the names. I'm literally like so sorry, but yeah, it's all my song.
You don't mind giving that look?
She does not look like something.
On the left, please. This side. And Thompson to be this way. Straight ahead, please. Straight ahead. Thompson to your left, please. Over the shoulder, Thompson. Thompson over the left shoulder. Top left,
the short film Adios.
I'm Natalia, co-writer.
I'm Bernardo, the producer.
Thank you. Nomination. Tell me, what does that mean for you as a creative, for the amount of people that might see this film?
I mean, that's possibly the most important thing. I mean, short films are not like super trendy, so this exposition is super important for us so that the film and the story that we try to tell gets to be seen. So, I mean, that's a great gift as a filmmaker. You want to share your story, and this is a great opportunity, to get more visibility.
Sure. And what do you hope people maybe talk about after they've seen this film?
I think it's a story that everyone can relate to, whether you're children of someone or we have children, and I think that relationship with your parent or your child is something that everyone can sort of universally understand. And me personally, I'm a mum, so working on this story was really lovely for me, because like that pull that you have with your child and them leaving the nest is like something that I don't think it's spoken about a lot, and I think it's a nice thing to be able to speak about with people.
And I think if at the end of the film you take your phone and call your parents, it's already a good achievement for us.
Yeah.
You call your parents, friends, family with you. Who's supporting?
I mean,
No, my daughter. I've got a photo of my daughter in my bag, so she's sort of with me.
They're watching from home.
Yes.
They're cheering.
Yeah.
Well, guys, I hope you have a really great
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Oh, thank you so much.
Jackie, top left, please. Jackie, top left. Jackie, Jessica, top left. Jessica, top left. Jessica, this way.
Yourself for everyone who's watching.
Oh yeah, sure. Hi, I'm Miranda. I'm the director of the short film Now.
My name's Shonier. I am the producer of the BAFTA-nominated
short
film.
Remember that?
Yes.
Exactly. Congratulations. Thanks for nomination. I mean, it's a huge deal. What does it mean to you guys as filmmakers to be on that nominee list?
I mean, yeah, it's an honour. It's a privilege. It's all of the amazing adjectives in the world.
It's so exciting. I think, we went to National Film and Television School, so it's a student-made film. So, this time last year we were at film school, and now we're at the BAFTA, so it's like incredibly surreal, and it's a real kind of full circle moment, because, we would watch the films that are in the short film category and just try and get a ticket to even get into the building. And we're on the red carpet, so it's like, we're pretty much living our wildest dreams,
Yeah, that's amazing. What do you hope people talk about when they've seen the film?
I would hope that people might walk away and think something unexpected about the nature of, I suppose especially like addiction, but also like grief, loss and recovery and healing. But especially addiction actually, just because I think there's so many representations that tend to end in like overdose and death, and I'd like to think what we've got is something that ends with a bit of hope. For what many people see as a very hopeless situation.
Finally, who are you hoping to chat to tonight and maybe hoping to guys to have a BAFTA nomination, especially given everything that is going on right now in
I mean, the BAFTA nomination is an incredible recognition for our entire team. I'm grateful for Alexandra, I'm grateful for Hader, our producer, grateful for the entire team that they've made this film possible in the first place. We had an amazing festival journey, and of course the nomination is an incredible recognition. We're very, very, very grateful for that.
Tell me what you hope people take away when they watch this film, the conversation that you hope they have afterwards.
You know what? For Ukrainian people, this story is not not special, yeah. Because every Ukrainian knows many other stories, horrible stories. Many civilian people knows, but I think for people from Europe, it's very important. Even when we're shooting this movie, I felt very motivated, yeah. And also, 5 days before we started shooting this movie, my friend died in the war, and yeah, I didn't have any chance to. I had to do that, so yeah, it's very important, and it's a great honor to be here with you. Because yeah, yesterday I was in Kyiv, now I'm here talking with you. Yeah, so.
And it's important to keep that conversation going, and like you say, to have the positives, to have the joy, despite difficult things that are taking place. How do you feel at the moment in terms of what's going on with you? Are you feeling hopeful for the future?
I hope so. I have no idea what the fuck is going on now at this moment. But I hope we can. I'm sure Ukrainian people are very strong, yeah, and we'll see. Fingers crossed, and I hope everything will be good. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Have a nice day.
Coming to an event like this, being part of an event like this, why is getting a BAFTA nomination, do you think? What's so important?
Well, I think it's sort of like a validation, isn't it? When you get nominated, it means that you're legit and that you're sort of like in the upper echelon of what you do. And everyone loves an accolade now and again, obviously, don't they? So,
yeah. And it gets you talking about films and things. What are the films that you're most excited by?
Oh, this year I thought The Apprentice was remarkable. Sebastian Stan's my guy. I thought Wicked was just delightfully charming. And I think Nosferatu is a complete and utter masterpiece in how to make film and make your audience feel incredibly uncomfortable at the same time.
Yeah, definitely. Listen, thank you very much. Enjoy your afternoon.
Thank you very much. You too.
It's really nice talking to you.
You too.
Thank you.
Neil, is this one of your cassettes? Like that mix? Top left, please, James. James, top left, please. James, up to the top. James, top left.
I mean, we're right smack bang in the middle of it. I think, you know, it celebrates storytelling, but from, you know, it's based here. It's just, there's a nod to British film and to the whole culture of filmmaking, and that adds its own layer. We know how good the Brits are at making amazing entertainment, and how made that rain.
And you think on the promotional tour?
Yeah.
I'm so happy. How difficult was it to make?
Not difficult at all. It was actually one of the smoothest, most
How are you feeling? Who are you mingling with?
Good, how are you? I have just got here, so I'm mingling with you. I haven't seen anyone yet. I kind of come straight in to chat with everyone and take some photos, and then hopefully when I get inside I'll be able to bump into some people.
What do you think of your mix of films this year? We've got Pompeii, we've got Aurora, you know, it's wonderful. The substance.
Yeah, it's wonderful. I think we're moving into this amazing time in cinema where there's so many original stories and they're overlapping and there's so many different genres and some are mixing genres. It's really, really exciting, and I really hope
our watch lists are longer than
how do you choose what to wear for an event like this? What are you wearing?
I am wearing Versace today, chainmail. How do you choose? I have wanted to wear a Versace chainmail dress since I saw them on the runway. And that's a few decades ago when they first started doing it. It's like a signature. I guess like on any given day, I'm just choosing a vibe. I kind of wanted to feel cool, and I wanted to feel classic, and I also wanted to feel sexy. And got it all in one in this one, so thanks guys.
And what does winning a BAFTA mean?
Everything. I think it's really, it's like a marker. I know when I won, I felt a shift in terms of my confidence, and I also, you know, in terms of eyes on me and the requests that of auditioning and stuff, it did change. Having said that, even if you don't win, you've still won. People have seen your film and they've said you're worthy. So, you know, the trophy is really cool. I've mine is on my shelf. You know, dinner parties, it has been passed around. But you know, like I think win or no win, we're all here to celebrate film, and as long as we keep that as the main focus, that's the most important thing.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, I'm
enjoying
editing.
making
I'm editing a film I made with Colin Farrell and Tilda Swinton in Macau, China. And I think I'm going to be done.
Fernanda, top left, please. Fernanda, top left, please. Fernanda, top left. Fernanda, see your left, please. See your left. Top left, please. Over the shoulder down. Yeah, Fernanda, together. Ladies. Over the shoulder down. Pamela, to your left, please.
Yes, hi, I'm Michael Pruss and I'm one of the producers of Gladiator. Gladiator 2.
Gladiator 2. Being BAFTA nominated, why is it important?
I mean, it's such an honour. I mean, obviously, you know, you grew up watching the BAFTA and, you know, knowing how special it is and, you know, real privilege to be here today representing Gladiator and Sir Ridley Scott.
Being on such an enormous movie as that, as a producer, I mean, you just got post-it notes all over the walls. How are you keeping it together for you?
I have post-it notes under my pillow, you know, in the mirrors in my bedroom, everywhere, and you know, I write on my hands in red pen all the time. But no, you know, it's a lot of attention to detail. Obviously, when you have a boss like Ridley Scott, who is so specific, has a vision, been around for as long as he has, it actually does make a producer's life quite easy because there is a list of things you do and you just get them done for him.
Thank you so much. Enjoy your evening.
Thank you very much. Pleasure. Thank you, Sarah. Thank you.
Top left, please.
Sure.
Of course, you've been a winner before, all quite on the Western Front, you know, and now you're back here. How are you feeling in terms of confidence?
How am I feeling in terms of
confidence?
Oh, confidence. So you want me to answer this in German? Das ist einfach wahnsinnig schön, nochmal hier zu sein. Wir waren letztes Mal hier mit Im Westen nichts Neues und Confidence, also Vertrauen ins... Darum geht es nicht. Es geht nicht darum, gewinnen wir oder gewinnen wir nicht. Natürlich will man auch einen Preis mitnehmen. Ich freue mich, wenn vielleicht ein Teammitglied einen Preis gibt. Aber wir freuen uns einfach hier alle wieder miteinander zusammen zu sein, zu feiern. Das letzte Mal haben wir uns bei den Dreharbeiten gesehen und jetzt nochmal zusammenzukommen, hier heute Abend zu feiern, ist ein ganz, ganz schönes Geschenk.
What drew you to tell this story? Obviously, it's based on a Robert Harris book. What was it that drew you in about this particular thriller? And you know, whatever, getting inside what goes on with the Catholic Church.
German or English?
English.
Okay. Well, it drew me that I felt like we really had a chance to tell a political thriller that took us into a world that we don't know much about. We've seen it maybe in Washington, we haven't seen it in the Vatican. So I felt like, okay, this is a great opportunity to make a movie like that. But on a deeper level, I really got drawn into by Rafe's character, that he plays his inner turmoil, his inner journey that he goes through, from doubting his faith to finally feeling a kind of a liberation, and finding a step towards confidence and being able to walk into the future. So that inner journey was really what drew me to the movie.
I like his character, I like his journey. Can I just ask very quickly, how do you decide what to wear to an event like this, and who are you wearing?
Well, it's wonderful. To decide what you wear is we can just wear a dinner suit, so that's very easy. And I was given by my distributor, a wonderful suit by Laura Brianna, and I love wearing it. You feel very, very confident, like $1 million.
It's your night, you're leading the way, so go, be confident, have a great time.
Thank you so much.
Really nice to meet you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I want to do it every time with this film. Every time people say that, I get nervous. It's going to go horribly wrong.
You should be feeling great. I wonder how it feels.
It feels wonderful. I do feel nervous. I think it's because it's the home crowd and it's my sort of film community, as it were. That also makes it feel very special and very lovely.
Do you know what though? When you saw this movie finish and you got to see it up on the big screen, was it everything you hoped it would be?
I mean, I always loved the project, and it was a really happy experience from the beginning for me. But you never know how it's going to work with an audience, So that was a wonderful feeling, seeing it with a big audience for the first time, hearing the laughter for the first time, feeling them get into it, Yeah, that was special.
And I guess sort of like revealing what goes on, something behind closed doors, like with the Catholic Church. What was it that drew you towards doing the project?
Well, I think, Robert Harris, who wrote the book, he's always writing about politics, and I think he always finds an interesting angle to come at the politics, and that was what this was. It was a political thriller, but in an arena that we're not used to seeing, and it made everything fresh again.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it.
Oh, thank you.
Congratulations. Don't be nervous. Go and have a great time.
I'll do my best. Thank you very much.
It is far down the line. First of all, it means so much because we recognised it anyway. But I think for Amy specifically, it means so much because it was scary. I was afraid of how it was going to go down, and I think it's hard to gauge sometimes how to feel. So to have this, I guess, kind of tie it up as well, and it has, like as I say, it's been a long time. So if this is like the last red carpet I do for Back to Black, it's a pretty good one.
It's a really good one, yeah. And how did you deal with like the reviews and stuff like that? Because these days everything seems to be a bit polarised.
Yeah, I mean, it's important to me to focus on the job at hand for viewers, like to promote the film and talk about it in a way that I feel is authentic to my perspective on why we're there and why we're doing it. I think it was more for me.
Top left, please, Stephen. Stephen, top left, please. Stephen, top left, please.
so exciting. It's so
Isn't it good?
amazing to be here. You know, I mean, I think the thing about this job is that it's very sort of job to job to job. You go from one part to another part, and you just hope that something's landing and it's sticking. So these moments allow you to kind of take a breath and feel, you know, proud and happy, and it's a really, it's an honour. It's a real honour.
Playing Amy Winehouse, I mean, you've done so many different roles, and now you've just talked about reflecting and thinking about things. In terms of the impact that had on you, embodying a real person, how did that feel? What's been the lasting impression?
I think the lasting impression, I think what I learned from Amy specifically is she was such a vivacious and tenacious artist specifically, and if I could have learned any lesson from her, it's to be truly authentic in what it is that I do, and commit to it entirely, and not be afraid of what the product is going to be, but commit to my own craft. And you know, I think that's an amazing lesson to learn from someone.
You run some really great campaigns.
Yeah, they're an industry
Top left, Monica! Monica, to your left, please! Monica, to your left, please! Monica, to your left!
Greg Cuidar, co-writer and director of Sing Sing.
And producer as well.
Oh, and producer.
Yeah. Get all those titles in there.
Yeah.
Well, welcome to London. And
thank you.
Congratulations on your nomination. What does it mean to be up for a BAFTA?
It's a tremendous honor. I mean, this is, you know, the taste, the quality of films that are recognized here. It's to be part of the legacy of the BAFTAs is tremendous. You know, I think we got a little bit of heavy heart because two of our co-nominees were formerly incarcerated.
were denied entry into the country because they had served prison time. And it goes against the grain of everything that they put into their characters and what this movie stands for, the way that they lead in their communities. I think the reality is that for most of the world, if you serve prison time, even though you come home, it's a life sentence.
Well, it's interesting, you're right, that shines a light on that. Maybe there's going to be a wider conversation. Do you hope maybe that people think, actually, there's some change that's needed there?
We hope so, because a lot of the damage that's been done to the conversation has been done by our own industry through stereotypes that have been perpetuated about people in prison and the labels that have been put on them, and that does damage to not only how we think about people in prison, but what we think about them when they come home and how we perceive them. And so it does seem like we're all reassessing a lot as people and opening up conversations that have needed to be had for a long time. And so we do hope that some measure of change can happen, and they can just be seen as people who've changed and grown and are incredible leaders of their communities, like these men are.
Well, we'll see. And also, it could be a big night for Coleman.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens.
So.
Are you looking forward? Are you going to have a bit of time to hang out?
I hope so. I mean, that's been one of the special things. I mean, he's one of the busiest men alive, and so the time that we get together is at these award stops. And but it's always like, no matter how much time we have, he always finds you, the way he holds you, the way he looks you in your eyes, and the love is very real between all of us. And we're so tremendously proud of him too. And I hope to celebrate him tonight.
On a bit of a different note, thinking about the fires and things that have gone on over in Los Angeles, which we're super sorry about the police involved. How important is it for you to film in Los Angeles to make sure that that's still a destination? Is that kind of on your mind?
We've never made any. We live in Texas and have never really made films out there, but a lot of our friends and colleagues live out there and film out there, and it is important. It's a wider problem within the United States in general, where it's harder to make a film there for a lot of different reasons, and so. But it is very important that our industry not get gutted and lost, and that's something that's very important to us. We can't solve it on our own, but we're trying to find ways to make it viable for independent film to survive and thrive in the United States. So
why has it always been tricky to film in Los Angeles? That's a bigger question, but if it's always been a sort of...
We're probably the wrong people to ask, but we do come out there all the time, because that's where the epicenter of the business is, and all of our representation there is there. The studios are based there, and so to imagine that it's not an industry town in the future, I can't imagine a world that LA isn't the entertainment capital of the world. So I think we just all need to do is again.
Straight ahead. And senior.
really feels like was born in the 80s, and that Roy Cohn really ushered into the sort of the zeitgeist that we're still experiencing. And if we're looking at him now and the things that he's doing and how he's denying reality. Manages to reinvent himself every decade, but you know, the agenda of fear, the agenda of retribution, revenge, that's not what helps humanity. That's not what creates growth and connection between people. It's very divisive. It's very so. Look, you can't help but get there, right? As you're talking about it. But I think it was important, and I have such a respect for Ali Abbasi and for all of our producers who've gone out there to try to make this movie. And by the way, fairly. I'll say that fairly. We really went and like looked at all the things, even the things that he was doing at the time that appeared pretty good. You know, there was ideas about New York City, bringing it out of the slums of the 70s. There was an idealism. He was on the cover of many magazines here. He was being interviewed by Larry King and Oprah and all of these credible people, right? I mean, so we're not denying that all the allure and all of his character, but we're also including the things that we all know as well are very true about him. So, and the goal is to experience this person and walk away and see whether you feel you've understood something else or not, you know, and it's about the understanding. That's what we're after.
And the lock on the Oscars.
Not to keep it the same.
Top left, Sophie. Get ahead, please. Hands on top left, please. Top left, sir.
Things that I wasn't aware of until much later, especially growing in a system where people were oppressed and fear was a driving factor. I mean, watching my parents kind of grow up and you know, stand up to communism and look at, you know, search for a better life and have to be able to have freedom of speech, true freedom of speech, not selective.
Marissa, top left, thank you. Marissa, just on again, and then up to the top, please. Over the shoulder if you want. And straight ahead, please. Eyes to the top. Eyes up, please. To your left, Marissa! Over the shoulder, Marissa!
I'm okay as well.
You're one of the most beloved people on the award season this year. I was wondering, are you aware of this?
No, why?
Because you're so nice. Everybody's like, you're so nice. You're so friendly. You think of your, you know, you put thought into your answers and.
Oh, that's so
you
nice.
seem to be enjoying it a little bit.
Is there an easier way to do it?
I don't know.
Oh, I'd rather put slightly less thought. And I don't know. No, I don't know. I thank you. That's very nice of you to say. I feel very lucky to be here. I'm not, you know, this is all more than anybody expected. Certainly from my life and skill set, but also from this movie, which was like a modest movie. So I'm all playing with house money.
Amazing. You're not coming with Kieran?
To your top left, Megan. Go on ahead, please. Megan, straight ahead. Megan. Megan, top left, please. Megan, that smile. Top left, please, Megan. Megan, straight ahead. Over the shoulder as you walk. Okay, straight ahead, please. Megan, to your left, please. Megan, this way. Top left, Megan. Over the shoulder, Megan. Top left, please.
I was going to be here for the last 2 weeks, but I was surprised that I was asked to be here. And, you know, I don't know what else to say except I'm very lucky that we're here, and half of my cast is British, so I'm glad I'm glad that they were our link to this country.
When you say you're surprised, you mean maybe like a film like this, getting this kind of recognition, is that what you're
Well, yeah, the movie's super small. It was made for like $3.5 million in Poland, off the grid by not like one of the major film companies. So, you know, so we're lucky. You know, it's rare that like a movie of this size, like, you know, gets this kind of attention. And I just try to remind myself that it probably is not going to happen again, which doesn't mean like to really indulge in this experience. It just means to like, let's say, not put too much value in the reception of a movie rather than like just try to stay busy.
You're getting to do something a little bit, you know, more art house type film.
Yeah, I mean, you know, as an actor, I do art house movies and like big budget movies, and to me it's not that different as an actor because you're there doing your same job acting, you know, but directing a movie, I couldn't even imagine what I would do with sets, and, you know, I couldn't even imagine what I would do. My mind just doesn't go there.
How much do you love directing?
Yeah, I like directing. You know, my skills are really writing and acting, and then directing feels a little bit like I'm just trying to kind of protect my scripts, and it feels a little bit like doing like air traffic control, and so I'm trying to maybe find how I could be a little more creative as a director. The movie I'm directing now is a little more styled, and I'm just trying to push my skill set.
Would you be happy for Kieran if he wins?
Yes. Kieran, I'd be happier than Kieran if Kieran wins, because Kieran like really just puts no emphasis on like recognition. He really just is like such a great actor, and then he forgets about it and doesn't want to be praised and all that. It's unusual. Yeah. Thank you very much. Thank you.
偷偷告诉大家，我最近发现了新法宝 Royal Face 逆时奇迹系列，它有活肤露、全效精华，还有精华霜。尤其我皮肤比较偏干，所以我非常的注重保湿。保湿做得好，肌肤自然烹饪。提亮肤色更年轻，抚平皱纹超有感，而且气色变好。用心保养，每天都更美一点。美吧。